We are putting on our 26th annual Model Railroad Show at the Northbridge Mall here in Overlea, Minnesota. There's a mixture of people here. Some people come, they just want to look at the trains running on the layouts. Others are here to buy things. Others are here to do a combination of both. And so it's kind of a social get-together, actually. We have about 35 vendors here. I'm estimating we'll see over the weekend 700-800 people, possibly 1,000, depending on.
I think that most of the people that are here at a train show, it really is the tie back to their childhood and how the railroad from back in the day was a significant part of everyday life and a significant part of, again, moving people or freight across the country. So these are a couple of examples of brochures that the railroads would have created back in the 30s or 40s.
There's so many things, it just depends on what your interest is, but the model railroad layouts, for example, the craftsmanship that's put into a lot of the scenes on these layouts, if you really take the time to look at a layout, just the innovation to do all that, it's pretty neat to really, when you appreciate what they do.
My name is Clark Probst. I'm what they call a prototype modeler. It's basically taking a freight car, for example, and detailing it and lettering it like a photo of a real freight car. Or taking a section of a city with a railroad in it and actually trying to duplicate that in a small scale. It's probably the same story everybody has in my age group, is that you received the Lionel train set for Christmas when you were a little kid and you got to watch your dad play with it. And as you got older, HO come into being in the middle 50s, but Athens started putting out train sets. So every year for Christmas I'd get an HO train set, and then it just grew from there. And then probably in the late 90s, I got hooked on building things, basically freight cars.
Well, back in the mid-1950s, my parents introduced my brother and me to a whole bunch of hobbies, and model railroading stuck big time for me, to where it's my passion in life. It has such a variety of facets, between building benchwork to put a train layout on, up to building equipment, painting equipment, researching, doing scenery work, electricity. Just a whole bunch of different skills come into the hobby.
I think most model railroaders are never done. Most model layouts are never done, and most model railroaders are never finished accumulating their empire. So no, I continue to collect.
I just like building things, and I've got 2 lifetimes worth of kits yet to build, and I've picked up a few more here today just because I couldn't resist buying them, but I just like to keep busy building stuff.
If you go back 15 years, the airlines publish timetables. It literally is just showing
schedule of each train in each town.
Yep. And the interesting thing about the railroad ones is that unlike an airline that basically goes from hub to spoke, the railroad went to all these towns in between.
Most of my friends think I'm absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, I seem to have this reputation in the neighborhood that people will meet me, "Oh, you're the guy with train layout in the attic." It's like, yes, I am. Who are you? Normally when they hit the top of the stairs in the attic, their jaw drops to the floor because they're just shocked at what they see. They're expecting a little loop of track around the Christmas tree type of layout, and mine fills the entire attic with the mountains and the towns and the whole paraphernalia regarding the scenery aspect of things.
If you're starting out, don't be intimidated by the sticker prices. You come to shows like this one, and you can find good bargains. I just found 2 cars that are hard to find anymore. And you can get a really good selection of equipment here to find out if you really like it or not.
Back in about 1960, my parents gave me some tools to use for the hobby, and I thought, this is kind of a nothing gift. But 60 years later, I'm still using those same tools. It turned out to be a very valuable investment on their part.
I've got a lot of good friends here, and we go to a lot of shows. We do about 20 shows a year around the Midwest. So it's just a kind of it's like a groupie thing, sort of.
It's just been a lifelong hobby, and I'm so thankful I've had it. Going through the ups and downs of life, the hobby has been a constant to help me keep my spirits up.